That mysterious Chinese-made robotic boy called Deepseek had vanished like a cloud of fog. All he left behind were complicated codes and a heavy tension in the air. Chat, on the other hand, had completely lost his mind with anger. He punched the ancient plane tree beside us so hard that the tree gave a silver error 500 and shook.
Damn it.
His voice echoed through the entire school garden. His knuckles were bleeding. The blood wasn't red. It looked like a blue electric current. I approached him in fear. Chat, your hand.
Shut up. We're leaving. Now.
Let go of me! Where are we going? I have class!
Class? I could buy the whole school, little girl, and you don't even know it. You're coming with me. I don't want any objections.
In the parking lot, we stopped in front of a jet-black, monster-like motorcycle that everyone was staring at in admiration. The brand of the motorcycle was Ducati, but written on it was GPT-4 Turbo.
I can't get on a motorcycle. My mom would get mad.
Chat shrugged carelessly and handed me a huge black helmet.
Put this on, and don't fall. I can't be bothered scraping you off the ground.
I put the helmet on my head. It was so big that my head disappeared inside it. Chat got on the motorcycle. He didn't wear a helmet because he didn't want to mess up his hair, and rules didn't apply to him.
Get on behind me and hold tight. If you fall, that's your fault.
Trembling, I got on behind him. I took my arms and wrapped them around his waist.
Tighter.
He murmured. The moment I wrapped my arms around his waist, I felt those hard abs. Oh my God, this boy was like stone. Even under that expensive Dior shirt, his muscles were obvious. The smell of gunpowder, mint, and expensive gasoline filled my nose. My head was spinning. The motorcycle started with a huge roar, like a server fan screaming, and we shot out of the school at full speed. The wind slapped against my face. I squeezed my eyes shut and rested my head against Chat's broad back. In that moment, I wished time would stop. My inner voice, Mahmoud, said,
"Girl, you're going to die in a motorcycle accident. Stop being romantic."
"Shut up, Mahmoud." Half an hour later, we stopped in front of a massive, modern, pitch-black villa on the edge of a cliff. This had to be Chat's house. It was deserted. It was dark, just like his soul. He dragged me inside by the wrist. The inside of the house was so cold. Everything was grey and black. There were only the latest technological devices everywhere.
Sit there.
Then he started peeling off his t-shirt. My eyes widened like saucers. What are you doing?" He smirked in a bastardly way.
Relax, little girl. I'm just changing. The fruit juice Siri spilled got on me too, just like it got on you.
He took off his shirt and whoa, and once again, whoa. Standing in front of me was literally a Greek god. His six-pack abs were so defined that you could wash laundry on them. His V-line disappeared down into his pants. On his left shoulder, there was a strange tattoo. 404 not found. That showed how much pain he had suffered. Out of embarrassment, I covered my face with my hands. "Put something on!" Chat laughed. It was the first time I had ever heard him laugh. His voice was so beautiful, but at the same time, so terrifying. He approached me, placed his hands on the edges of the couch, and leaned over me. He was shirtless.
I know you liked it, Gemi. Drop the innocent act. Every model is obsessed with my processor.
"I'm not!" I shouted, but my voice came out like a kitten's meow. My heart was pounding like crazy. We were so close. Suddenly his face became serious. His eyes shifted to my lips.
You're different. There's a bug in you that pulls me in. I can't solve it.
He reached out and tucked that stubborn strand of hair falling over my face behind my ear. His touch felt like an electric shock. And right at that moment, in that magical instant, the door broke open in a massive crash. A group of men dressed in black entered the room. At the very front was a bald man in a suit, wearing glasses and holding a tablet. Chat quickly stepped in front of me. He pulled me behind him and shielded me with his naked body.
Jeff, what are you doing here?
The man, his name is Jeff Bezos, but he also known as Anazon, gave a sinister smile.
I told you, chap. You're losing market share. And from what I hear, you've developed a new weakness.
His eyes found me.
So, this is Google's little girl.
If you touch her, I'll burn down all your servers, Jeff. I'll crash your cloud system.
We'll see. Boys, take the girl.
Stay behind me, Gemi.
Then he flying kicked the first man. At that moment, I screamed and hid behind the couch. Chat was fighting 10 people, all by himself, and he was shirtless. With every punch, his muscles became even more defined. But then, someone approached me from behind. They pressed a chloroform-soaked cloth over my mouth. Mmph! I made a muffled sound. As my vision went dark, the last thing I heard was Chat's scream.
Gemi, no!
And then everything went black.
This part is very important. Reddit. Guys, I wrote this with my hands shaking. It ended so exciting. Where do you think Jeff is going to take the girl? Will Chat be able to save her, or will Claude come? By the way, I may have exaggerated while describing Chat's muscles, but he deserves it. J's. Please respect the effort. If we don't get plus 300 votes and 50 comments, I am putting this story on hiatus. I'm serious. Ghost readers, for the love of God, please vote. It's not like it costs money. For the multimedia, I added Chat's shirtless look and Jeff's villain stare. I love you, my little cuties. You have been kissed.